With arms wide open, under the sunlight, welcome to this place. I'll show you everything with arms wide open. Today, on my own podcast, we break down with arms wide open. Hello, my friend. We meet again. Welcome to my own podcast, the only Creed podcast that we know of. My name is Andrew Colin, and with me, as always, is my co-host, the Ren to my Stimpy, Reid Fenlaw. What's up, Reid?
What it do, baby boo?
Oh, that was nice. Were you a robot or a rapper?
I was like a baby rapper.
Oh, that's
what
cool.
It do, baby boo?
You should make this guy a character and see if you can sell him.
I want to make him a legit rapper. I'd sell him, dude.
You have any rhymes?
Dude, I've got bars. I got more bars than the bar district of a city.
We're off to a great start today.
What it do, baby boo?
Well, Reid, I'm not going to puss around too much. Is that the expression? Or putz around?
It's putz.
Okay, I'm not going to putz around too much today because we have a big, gigantic episode.
Yeah.
And to the extent that maybe some new people are here scrolling through their podcast feed seeing, oh, I know that song. I don't want them to think we're insane people.
We are insane people. But if you are jumping in now, welcome.
Welcome.
Andrew and I started this podcast to go through every single Creed song one by one. Each song is its own episode and really break down what we think the lyrics mean.
Well said.
And then, find out what the band says about the meaning of the lyrics, if we can find anything at all. And that's typically how it goes. This one, however, might be a little different.
Big episode.
While we usually cover some basic facts about the song, like when it came out, if it was a single or not, who wrote it,
the number track it is on the album,
yeah,
whether that's 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8.
The hard-hitting stuff.
Yeah.
This one, there's a lot. There's a lot of information because it is such a massive song. Arguably their biggest.
Definitely up there.
Song. Actually, it is their biggest song. I know that because I did the research on the facts.
Big is subjective.
And then at the end of every episode, we score the songs on a scale of 1 to 5 yas.
Yeah.
In honor of Scott. So we'll do that. But again, for those first time listening, that's the typical structure. This one we're going to spend most of the episode, I believe, talking about things around the song, whether it's reviews of the song, some deeper facts about the song,
music videos,
the music video, Scott's own words about the meaning of the song, and just kind of what it did culturally. It's kind of a cultural moment. We'll touch on the lyrics, but I think the lyrics are very straightforward.
This time around, yeah.
It's widely known what this song is about.
For sure.
So we'll go through one part that I think might have some dual meaning or some confusion, but we won't go through it line by line. I think we'll spend most of this episode just talking about the song and everything around it.
Well, Reid, before we get into anything about the song, there is one thing that I wanted to tell you live on the pod that I haven't told you yet.
Oh, God.
This past Saturday, I was hit by a car.
Wait, what?
Yep.
On foot?
Yep.
Wait. Okay, he legit hasn't told me this in real life yet, and we're like very close friends who text probably every day.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, I'll give a little more detail about that. My wife and I were walking my dog, and there's one part of our general walk that we take that is not a crosswalk, but everybody crosses there kind of thing.
It's called jaywalking.
It is technically jaywalking. But on either end of the street that we were crossing, there was no one coming. So I started hustling up. I was not walking the dog, thank goodness. And then I hear my wife just kind of scream, and then I look, and some guy on the opposite side of the street was turning left. Okay. And he's coming at me, and I can't get out of there. And he starts to slow down, but he's going to hit me. So I, out of instinct, just kind of jump.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
And land with my knees on the hood and ended up not being hurt at all. And I was just so kind of confused and shocked that I wasn't angry at all, especially because I knew I was partly in the wrong. and the guy pops out of his window.
Hold on. Fully in the wrong. You were jaywalking.
Okay, well, jaywalking doesn't mean like you're full on go to hit people.
I hit everyone who's jaywalking.
I know, that's why you have such a record.
Go
But
ahead.
regardless, the guy felt horrible, and he said like, you know, the sunlight was in his eyes. He didn't see me, and we didn't like, you know, get angry or anything like that at him because obviously we shouldn't have been crossing. And it was definitely like his honest mistake. But it was just like I was hit by a car.
That's scary.
It was.
That's real scary. Like, how fast do you think he was going?
I mean, I think he was turning left in hopes of like beating any traffic that may be coming. So he's probably like gearing up to go like 20, 25 miles an hour and then immediately slowing down.
I mean, that's no joke to be hit by a car going 20.
And well, I don't know if I told you this, but I was hit by a car when I was 19 too.
For you also jaywalking?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
That time
I think we found the problem.
that time I was on my bicycle in college, and I got hit by a car going 30, rolled on the hood, was flung by like 15 feet, ended up breaking my arm, bruising all up my leg.
Well,
That's a story for another time. So this is not my first rendezvous with a vehicle.
I'm glad you didn't break anything this time.
Yeah, I feel like I actually felt a little better after.
You did, because you got that adrenaline,
Yeah.
right? And you come away with no injuries. You're like, fuck yeah, I just got a high.
I was just glad that like my instinct didn't just make me panic and freeze and get hit, but like there's something in me that's like, jump.
See, I was going to ask you about that before you said it. I think that would be my instinct too, because like you don't want to get cut down at the knees.
Yeah, that was what I was afraid of.
Bumper to the knees.
Yeah.
Because then you're also like folding under the car.
That was what I was really nervous about, yeah.
And you're going to break your knees.
For sure.
So you want to like hop and hit like hood, or if they're going fast enough, you're going to hit the windshield. But either way,
Yeah, better than getting folded over.
Yeah. I'm glad your instinct wasn't to like lay down or like dive
Like
head
a dog.
first, dive head
Show my
first
belly.
into the front
Yeah.
of the car.
It was weird because like, yeah, at that point you're totally not operating on like critical thinking. It's just instinct. And I'm glad my instinct was not a total idiot.
Well, you're still a total idiot.
Right.
But you're an
managed to
uninjured
survive.
total idiot.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's my little my little ditty for this podcast that I felt I had to tell you.
Do you hear that, everyone? We came this close to me having to find a replacement for Andrew to keep this podcast going.
And that would have been easy to find someone with my comedic ability, hard to find someone willing to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That no one wants to do this.
Right.
It's
right.
a labor of love for
sure.
us only.
And Scott.
And Scott. Well, welcome to, I don't know why I said welcome.
I appreciate being welcome.
I was going to say like welcome back to the land of the living, but you weren't injured.
No, I didn't lose any consciousness.
Okay.
So
I'm glad you were okay.
thanks, bud.
I'm glad your dog's okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad your wife's okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad the driver is okay.
Everybody's okay.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I got hit by a bus in college riding my bike.
Did you really?
One of the like campus buses.
Was
yeah.
it going full speed?
It wasn't. It was like on its way. It was really awkward. It was on its way to pull over to like pick up students.
Okay.
And I was riding in the bike lane. And it's like it just didn't see me. So like it's getting closer. And like with my left hand, I'm like hitting the bus. And it just kind of slowly pushed me into the curb. And then I just fell over on the sidewalk.
Did you like get up and talk to the driver and be like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, I was pissed. And it was like at A&M, I went to Texas A&M. They have student drivers.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like some dude who's like, oh, that's my bad. And I was like, I was a little bit scraped up, but like my bike was fine. So I was like, I just left.
Yeah, like what can you do?
I probably should have sued the university.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
would have
very
paid you to shut
school
up.
with a lot of money. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's too late.
I think the statute of limitations has probably lapsed.
Yeah, this would have been in like probably 2000.
But who knows? You can bring a frivolous claim.
It would have been around the time this song came out.
Wow.
That's called a segue.
What a segue.
Professional segue.
Great job.
Called. Thank you.
So what are we segueing into?
Man, we're segueing into Creed's most famous song.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
With arms wide open.
With arms wide open. And
Whoa.
that actually segues into what I think we should talk about first is just what does this song mean to you? What do you associate it with? Any memories or time periods in life attached to this? Like what does it mean to you?
Yeah. I think I've told this story in the pod before, but it definitely bears repeating, especially if you may be a new listener. But not only was my introduction to With Arms Wide Open through what I'm about to tell you, but it was also my introduction to Creed at large. But we had a second grade project in music class, and your options for the project were A, write a song maybe, which is like way too hard. B, create a new musical instrument, which I did because I'm an overachiever. Or C, share some music with the class that you like. And this little kid was always really short. His name was Connor.
He was 7. Most 7-year-olds are short.
Yeah, but
second grade.
He was like done growing though. Okay. He shared With Arms Wide Open with the class, and it was like he brought in Human Clay on a CD, put it on, and next thing you know, the whole class is listening to With Arms Wide Open, and it meant a lot to Connor, and it opened my eyes to the greatest rock band of all time.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. Thank you, Connor.
Yeah, well.
No, we're thanking all 4'5" of Connor.
Yeah, he's probably like 5'4".
You said he was done growing.
Okay, yeah.
So, Connor, if you're out there, prove us wrong.
Yeah, come on the pod.
Come on the pod and show us how tall you are.
Show us how tall you are.
Through spoken word. I love that.
What about you?
I also love that you chose to make an instrument.
Oh, yeah. So for those who haven't heard, I made this triangle with my mom, and it was 3 chopsticks that were taped together, and each rung was a rubber band, and they all made slightly different boing sounds.
Yeah, which, again, I mentioned this the first time you told this story in an early episode, but you could have made that exact same instrument with one rubber band stretched between like your thumb and your pointer finger, and just by changing how far it was stretched.
That loses the accurate measurement of one specific string.
Okay.
Like you can take a bass string and make it thicker or thinner and just keep playing that, but you don't. You put them all on a guitar. Move on.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna keep going. I will date myself to be older than you because, as I said, I was in college when this came out.
Mm-hmm. Getting hit by buses.
Just wrecking shop. I had been heavily into Creed since my own prison in high school, like my junior year of high school, I think. So I bought Human Clay, the CD, pretty soon after it came out.
With your allowance?
I didn't have an allowance.
How'd you buy it?
Like in college? I had a job. I worked at the rec center.
Human Clay. Sorry. Yeah. What about how'd you buy My Own Prison?
I'm sure my mommy and daddy bought
Thanks,
it for
Mommy.
Me. So, yeah, I bought the CD when it came out. Like back then, radio play was so big.
All of our Gen Z listeners are like,
what's radio?
What's a radio? Well, I don't know why I made them old, but yeah. They're like, what's a radio? Yeah, there you go.
Like Sigma Skibbity Radio.
Rizzler.
Yeah, hell yeah. So this song was the third single after Higher and What If, and was, of course, when it came out, was all over the radio.
Yeah.
And as you know, I scored What If a perfect score. Mm-hmm. And that's like maybe the hardest song that Creed released as a single.
Yes, on this album at least.
Yeah, at least on this album. And this is a ballad.
Mm-hmm.
It's a love song, to his kids that he hasn't had yet.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Very, very opposites. I remember I loved the album, and it won't spoil my score, but I never fully loved this song.
Blasphemy.
I wanted Creed to rock.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get into them to hear.
I don't have a sensitive side, Mom.
To hear songs about kids.
I'm a man now. I'm 21. I can buy beer. I just want to.
Yeah. Was that what you think I was like in college?
I think that's what you're like now.
I think I called my mom. Like, I just want to buy beer, Mom.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reed, come home for Thanksgiving this year.
That's pretty accurate. And I didn't go home for Thanksgiving.
You're too busy rocking out.
I mean, this song makes me think of college and watching music videos. I would watch TRL,
Hell
VH1 video, top 10 video countdown.
Yeah.
Seeing it on there. I did come to and have come to appreciate the song as just a kind of a cultural phenomenon. It's not one of my favorite Creed songs, but I do look at it fondly for what it did for the band and just kind of what it did for
Fathers loving their children.
what it did for parental love.
Yeah.
No, like what it did for just it was almost like just a collective societal moment of like, we can make music about being good dads.
I guess
we can make music about like loving our kid. Like
it's one of those moments that really brought the nation together.
I mean, it did. And then 9/11 happened and then we were fucked. So it didn't last long.
No, 9/11 did bring the nation together, I thought, for like a month.
Yeah, but so we didn't need Creed to bring it together anymore. We didn't need With Arms Wide Open to bring us together
I see
we
what
had
you're saying.
9/11.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Not that those two are similar events, the release of With Arms Wide Open and 9/11.
Similar level of being in the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Similar cultural impact.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's accurate. Someone's going to disagree, but fuck you.
Yeah.
That's cool. So anyway, for me, it's just, it makes me think of college, listening to that album, thinking like, this is not one of my favorite songs. And then it became a single.
But then girls would come over and you'd play it and be like, look how sensitive I could be.
Yeah, I want to play songs about being a father.
Oh, no one's going to pick up on that when they're listening drunk at a frat party.
I wasn't in a frat.
You should have been.
I know.
Sigma Pi for life.
They wouldn't let me.
Because you're too...
I was too cool.
Yeah.
I was too cool, man. Let's get into some facts.
Okay.
Okay?
Love it.
This song is the 8th song off the album Human Clay.
Oh, yeah. We're in for some good stuff.
It was written by Scott and Mark, as most of the songs are. It was released as a single on April 18th, 2000.
Wow.
The 3rd single on the album. There were 3 versions of this song.
What?
Did you know that?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay, well, here
Unless
we go.
you mean like radio edit in full version.
Kind of.
Okay.
Buckle up.
Okay.
There's the album version, which is the original version.
Yes.
There's a radio edit, which adds a hi-hat and other drums.
Oh, I thought it would just be like shorter.
And it cuts off the end of the song.
Idiots.
And then the video features a string section that is not in the album or radio version of the song.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like the part during the bridge?
I think it's throughout.
I got to go watch the video again.
Yeah. Well, I watched it, and we're going to talk about it.
Okay. Real quick aside.
Yeah.
I hate radio edits. They always like remove the best part of the song.
Yeah, but this one has like kind of a weird slow ending.
Fair. But here are my 3 worst radio edits of all time.
Okay, here we
Ready?
go.
Number 1, Semi-Charmed Life. They take out the bridge part and make it like a full minute shorter. I love that bridge.
Terrible.
The part with like the 4 chords could make me cry. And then 2, there's a Danny California radio edit where they remove part of John's solo. That's the other best part. Number 3, Smooth by Carlos Santana and Rob Thomas. They shorten Santana's solo after like the 2nd chorus.
Wow.
And it sucks because that's my favorite part.
I didn't know that one. I knew the first 2 had radio edits.
Yeah.
That's that him on guitar was the whole point of it.
I know.
Like it was his album with all these guests.
It's bullshit.
That's
it's the
dumb.
best part of the song, that guitar solo.
I agree.
Listen to the full version if you haven't heard it.
That makes me mad at Rob Thomas. I'm pretty sure he probably orchestrated that.
No, Rob Thomas is a great guy. Maybe, I don't know as a person, but he has great music.
Okay, so you don't know if he's a great guy.
No, yeah, I just kind of denied what I said.
Okay, well, let's keep going.
Sure.
This song reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100
Wow.
in November of 2000. It reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot Mainstream Rock chart earlier that year in July.
So many hot lists.
And it charted on a bunch of other niche lists.
They weren't as hot.
But it was the only Creed song to reach number 1 on the most major ones, the Billboard Hot 100.
Right.
It also reached number 1 on VH1's Video Countdown.
Carson Daly?
Nope, that was TRL.
I'm so dumb.
I don't know who hosted VH1. It was probably like Joan Rivers or someone.
I think it was Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They performed this song in the summer of 2000 on Late Night with Jay Leno. Is that the name?
Hell yeah. So he's like, this is Creed.
Is that, oh God. Is that your Leno impression?
Yeah. Everybody, we got Creed.
That's,
Please welcome to the stage, Creed.
You just sound like my baby rapper.
No, I don't. I sound like I sound like Jay Leno.
Okay, Jay Leno, everybody.
Yeah, you got Creed.
They played it they performed it in the fall of 2000 on the VH1 Video Music Awards.
Cool.
They performed the song at the 43rd Grammy Awards in 2001.
Oh, the Grammys used to be so much cooler.
They were nominated twice. Won one of them.
For Grammys, you mean?
For Grammys. They were nominated for Best Vocal Performance by a Duo or Group.
Wow. Fuck you to everyone who says Scott Stapp can't sing.
I will give you $500 if you can tell me the artist and song that won Best Vocal Performance by a Duo or Group at the 2001 Grammys.
Okay.
It is an internationally famous band that is still making music and touring to this day.
Wow. Oh, my God.
You have 7 seconds.
Oh, no.
6, 5, 4, 3,
Good Charlotte.
2. No.
I can't think of anything.
They lost to Beautiful Day by U2.
I wasn't going to get that.
They did win a Grammy, though.
Best
that same
rock
year.
album?
Best rock song.
Okay.
They beat out 4 other songs. Can you name even 2 of the songs that you think might have been nominated for Best Rock Song from the year 2000?
So they would have to come out in 2000?
Correct.
Californication came out in 99. No, that may have been 97. Is there a Chili Peppers album?
I'm just going to jump in. Californication is one of the 4 songs.
Oh, shit. I'm a genius.
It's one of the 4 songs.
Is there anything from Chocolate Starfish on the hot dog flavored water on there? Was that around the same time?
No.
I'm just thinking of albums my brother had and my dad got mad about us having. Okay,
you've already mentioned one of the artists.
Good Charlotte?
No. Good Charlotte. Good Charlotte does not need to come up again in this episode. Okay? They just don't.
Okay.
No question I ask requires a Good Charlotte response.
All right.
Cool?
Not you two.
Nope.
I mentioned them?
Mm-hmm.
Third Eye Blind?
Well, you mentioned the lead singer.
Bono?
Like just a few minutes ago.
Scott Stapp? Who did I mention?
Do you want to know the other songs?
Yeah, or give me a hint.
Okay. I'll see if you can get the song.
Okay.
Matchbox 20.
Oh, like 3 a.m.?
Nope. That was on an earlier album. That was on like 96 or something.
I don't know. Pushing. Push. And it's not Push, right?
Can you help me? I'm bent.
Oh.
I'm so scared. That bent. Matchbox 20.
Okay. Goo Goo Dolls.
Nope. Lenny Kravitz is one of the other artists.
American Woman?
Nope.
Fly Away?
Again.
Damn it. This is hard.
Yep. The final nominee was 3 Doors Down.
Kryptonite.
Got it.
I had that out. That was like one of the first albums I ever owned.
Yep.
Ah, shit.
So they beat out Kryptonite, Again, Bent, and Californication. Like that's
tough competition.
Good set of noms.
Was the Baja Men anywhere on here?
What song did they sing?
Who Let the Dogs Out?
Oh, no.
My first albums I ever got on my own were at the same time we went to a store called Sam Goody. Is that a national chain?
Yeah.
We went to Sam Goody and got 3 Doors Down, The Better Life, and the Baja Men, whatever their album was.
It's
Listen to Who Let the Dogs Out on repeat and never another track off that album.
we should check out their other work.
They're probably pretty good.
So we started a podcast about the Baja Men.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
It'll be pretty short.
And we'll call it the Baja Boys.
Good. Okay, so they won Grammy for Best Rock Song, performed the song on the Grammys, which is
We got to stream this this night of the Grammys. Sounds like a fucking great time.
I know. The song was part of Rock Band 4.
Oh, no, the game, yeah.
Yeah. More recently, in May 2019, the song was finally certified gold.
Meaning?
500,000 units sold.
Like the single?
Yes. Sorry.
What does that even mean in this day and age?
I don't know. I don't know how they measure it or how they award this in the age of streaming. Then in November 2020, the song was upgraded to double platinum.
Upgrade.
Which I think is kind of cool because that was really maybe the beginning of like Creed returning.
The Creed surgeons.
Yeah, right? I mean, because they went from gold is 500,000. Double platinum means it went over 2 million units.
Damn.
Again, I still have no clue what like one stream counts like. That can't be one unit. I don't know how they did that. In February of 2022, it was used in promotions for the Academy Awards.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
That's so weird.
Yep.
I got to look up like a promo for that because it just does not seem like it would be fitting.
There's a lot of, I have a whole section that we're about to get into of media that a lot of them I do not remember.
So they're like, ladies and gentlemen, your nominees for Best Picture. Shit.
No, it was in like a promo, like a commercial.
I know, but they would show like clips from big movies of that year. Like what was up for Best Picture in 2022? Like fucking like not Moonlight.
Probably Kryptonite by Three Doors Down.
No, that's
a documentary about it.
No, whatever.
Scott began writing the lyrics of the song in 1998 while touring for My Own Prison.
Okay.
In September of 2000, Scott launched the With Arms Wide Open Foundation, which is still going.
Wow.
In 2024. Their mission statement is bringing hope to children, families, and veterans by providing resources to those suffering from poverty, addiction, mental illness, PTSD, and life's hardships.
Really a catch-all for everything.
It really is. What they did is raise money and then give to different charities.
Mm-hmm.
So they donated proceeds from sales of the single to different charities, as well as $1 from each ticket sold on the Human Clay tour.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Good use of company funds.
Stop yawning.
Sorry.
Okay. Here's some television shows that it was on. And stop me if you remember being on any of these, because most of them I do not.
I know. I love like when famous songs or big songs are integrated into media, like different other media, like TV shows and movies. It can either work so well or just be so corny.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here for all of it.
So most of these I had trouble like finding the actual footage, because some of them it's like, okay, it was in The Sopranos.
I can't see how that wouldn't be corny.
During a pivotal
or awesome.
family scene.
Tony's just like, hey, give me the pasta primavera.
No, keep doing Sopranos over it.
We gotta take this guy out in the back alley. There's nothing like family to get you through the day.
And
but
credits. Oh, sorry.
No, it's I had
credits.
I was out of ideas.
Yeah, that's pretty much it though.
Mm-hmm.
It was used in multiple episodes of the sitcom Scrubs.
Scrubs did a lot of those music integrations.
MTV's The Real World.
Boring.
MTV's Road Rules.
Hell yeah. There's going to be a lot of these, aren't there?
MTV's Making the Band.
Yep. MTV's Eat Some Spaghetti Cook-Off.
You wish.
Yeah.
It was featured on The Bachelor in multiple early seasons during rose ceremonies.
Oh, man.
Which is kind of weird because it's not a romantic song. It's
It's
about childbirth.
Yeah, well, it's not about birth.
Not about the birth, but
it's about welcoming love into your life.
It's about welcoming a child into your life.
I'm sorry to those of you that didn't get roses. Just know that
I just heard
you were important to me on my journey throughout this time. And if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to make this decision I am today. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just singing about we created life underneath not giving a woman a rose. Yeah.
Or a man a rose.
Well, it was, at least what I found was it was exclusively on The Bachelor.
And no Bachelorette. Okay.
It was used on the TV show Blind Date as background music during sentimental moments. It was used.
You're a great blind date, and thank you so much for coming on this date with me.
Oh, we're gonna do this on every.
Okay, we'll let it go.
Okay,
I'll let it go.
Because it was also used on Eliminate.
What?
Yep, it was
MTV.
I think that was MTV.
It's got to be MTV.
It was featured in transition scenes between contestant interactions.
They really sold their soul out with this one.
Dawson's Creek.
Oh, Dawson's Creek was still going on?
Yeah. Dude, Dawson's Creek was on until like 2003 or 2002.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long-running show.
It was featured in I can't remember what season, but in a season finale. So, big-time shit.
I would do a scene, but I don't know enough about Dawson's Creek.
It was featured in One Tree Hill,
Oh,
which did start later.
Yeah.
But it was in one of the early seasons. It was featured in an episode of One Tree Hill. It was also featured in the TV show American Dreams, which I don't know what that is.
Probably at MTV.
Okay, start the scene on it. Just whatever you think that would be.
Welcome to America. This is a place where dreams are made. If you want to get anywhere in this town, in this country, you got to be willing to work hard. You got to be willing to put yourself out there. And you got to be willing to rock.
Boom, 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 boom. Gunshots ring out. The whole family's dead. Under the sunlight. Scene. Yeah, that's probably how it went.
Yep.
Movies. It was featured prominently in the 2000 film Next Friday, the sequel to the comedy film Friday, like Ice Cube.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would fit in that movie.
Was it? I wonder if it was ironic.
Probably.
Yeah.
It was on the soundtrack of the sports drama, Remember the Titans.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Denzel.
Great
thank
movie.
you.
Yeah, I'm sure that was his creative choice.
Yeah, it's like that was the only way he would do the movie.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll do it, but...
At least put my boys on the soundtrack.
Yeah, Scott the guys. You could hear it briefly in the background of a scene in American Pie 2.
Nice.
Yep.
Stifler!
Yep. Probably while someone is having sex with Stifler's mom.
Or pie.
Yep. Or pie. It was used in a national Coca-Cola campaign in 2001.
That's not a movie.
We're in the commercials now.
Oh, okay.
We're in commercials. Sorry. It was featured in a commercial for Nissan trucks that aired during NFL games
Man.
in the early 2000s.
That'd be a pleasure to watch an NFL game with that as a commercial rather than Snoop Dogg talk about Patrick Mahomes leaving.
What do you have against Snoop Dogg?
I'm so sick of that one commercial where he's talking about Patrick Mahomes leaving, and then it's like he's actually leaving his current phone plan to get with T-Mobile. He's like, oh, that's better than peanut butter and jelly on gold.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very good in the first place, though, would it?
No.
PB&J on gold.
Yeah, I don't.
Doesn't even make any sense.
I feel like Snoop Dogg improvised that one.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, we can watch this commercial together when we're done recording.
All right, let's do it.
It was also used in a campaign for military recruitment.
I would for sure join the Army.
Which, again, I feel like half these things, they were just using it because it was a song everybody knew.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense for a Nissan commercial for Coca-Cola or for the military. Like, what are we doing?
Well, I don't think when they integrate music into stuff, like half the time it's not because like they're not thinking about the meaning behind the song. They're just thinking about like the sentiment behind the song and the mood it evokes rather.
I would argue that this song was so big that people can't help but think of the words, though.
I disagree.
Okay, well,
go home.
You're a jaywalker, dude.
Call someone, call a random phone number.
Okay.
And then ask, this is a survey from my own PP.
I'm not going to call it that.
Okay.
I'm not going to call it my own PP.
We're asking 100 random Americans, do you know what the song do you know what the song With Arms Wide Open is about? I bet most of them say, what are you talking about?
Well, I'd have to qualify it with, I need to make sure whoever answers is in a specific age bracket.
Okay, fine.
If they're like 20, I'm not going to expect them to know.
Right, we already covered that Gen Z don't know what radios are.
Yeah, or what real music is.
Okay.
No, that's not true.
That's not
because
fair.
There's modern music I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Sabrina Carpenter guy.
You just like Espresso.
What?
Name one other song.
Of Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah.
All of them.
That's not the name of a song.
Bedchem.
Okay, you got one.
Come on, man.
Move on.
Go. Okay. We're on to sports and other promotions. It was played regularly during NFL game broadcasts. It was used in Major League Baseball playoff game highlight reels.
Sounds like a really boring highlight reel.
And it was featured in NBA playoff montages.
That just doesn't seem like it would work, man.
But that's what I say about almost all these. I think it was just that it was such a big song. I mean, it was a Grammy-winning song.
Maybe if you use like the bridge with the like the violins makes it would sound kind of epic.
Yeah, I don't know what parts of the song were used, so it could have been instrumental. It could have been, I don't know. The final promotional use was NASA used the song in a promotional video about space exploration.
Fuck yes.
Which people at the time saw as ironic yet touching, given the song's themes of new beginnings and wonder.
If there was anything that could make aliens want to visit our planet, it's a cross tie between space exploration program and Scott Stapp's lyrics.
Do you think that was our big, like, reach out to?
Yeah, I think that was our plea to people on Mars to be like, please visit.
Like, if you're there, come see us.
Listen to
like,
this dope music we have.
This is the best we're ever going to do.
Yeah.
And we haven't topped it since. So
I can't name one other NASA project that's been effective since. So
no, like we went to the moon.
Who gives a shit about anything else?
I don't.
Exactly. Not until aliens come.
They might be here.
Yeah, like that. Remember that like sand alien that they found in Mexico or something?
What about
like
all the orbs?
A year and a half ago?
Orbs flying around in New Jersey right now.
Oh yeah. No, those are totally just drones.
Oh. But like, why can't they figure out who's flying them?
They can. They're just covering it up, dude.
We need Scott. We need to start blasting with arms wide open up into the air.
You think the pods would then open and the aliens would drop out?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
And we'd finally figure out everything. So that was where it was used. That's a lot. A lot. Very popular. And this is, I think, why I described the song as like a cultural moment, because it was like NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, like all three of the major sports leagues featured it heavily. Major brands like Coca-Cola, NASA.
We really peaked
Nissan.
As a people.
Yeah. And then like all the shows it was in. Crazy. Let's talk about what people thought of the song.
Okay. Clearly there's got to be some positive reviews out there if it was used in everything.
You want the good or the bad first?
Start with the good.
The good? Okay. A prominent musician named David Grohl.
Oh, I love that guy.
Called the song, quote, one of the most amazing songs of all time.
Was he being like just like a trolly asshole?
Being completely serious.
Okay.
Loved the song.
Because he does do that sometimes.
I tried to, in finding these, I tried to make sure they were genuine. Like people were actually talking good about the song. Alternative press called it a watershed moment in rock balladry.
Wow, that's big.
With their review highlighting, quote, Creed manages to create something genuinely moving. A rock anthem that doesn't sacrifice emotional authenticity for commercial appeal. Which is a little ironic.
Considering how much commercial appeal it had.
Having mass commercial appeal.
No, that didn't age that well.
Nope. Rolling Stone praised the thong. Rolling Stone.
Great thong. That's
My mind is elsewhere right now.
All right, sicko. Get back on track.
Rolling Stone praised the song. Critic David Fricke wrote, quote, With Arms Wide Open is a stunning emotional landscape, transforming the typically testosterone-driven rock ballad into a tender meditation on fatherhood. Scott Stapp's vocals aren't just singing, they're testifying.
Love it. Yeah. Well said.
Mm-hmm. Entertainment Weekly gave the song a glowing review, with critic David Brown saying, quote, This is Creed at their most vulnerable and human. With Arms Wide Open transcends typical rock posturing, revealing a depth of emotional intelligence rarely seen in mainstream rock of the era.
Yeah, no emotional intelligence in rockers. We're all idiots.
Are you a rocker?
Yeah, because I just threw myself in that category. I'm a rocker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't you think all the other bands, rock bands who like had like deep lyrics and wrote ballads were like, what the fuck, dude?
What the fuck? We're not just testosterone-driven motherfuckers.
Yeah, motherfucker.
That's funny. But I also don't think that much people are taking stock in what David Brown had to say.
Maybe not. But they might be putting stock in what Billboard magazine had to say.
Ooh.
I couldn't find the critic's name, but the quote was, The song is a revelatory moment in post-grunge rock, a track that proves masculinity in music can be about vulnerability and love, not just anger and rebellion. It's a powerful, nuanced exploration of anticipatory fatherhood.
Nice.
Yeah. The last good piece of news I have on this is Guitar World, which mainly focused more on the musical composition of it.
Okay.
Said Mark Tremonti's understated guitar work and Scott Stapp's remarkable vocal performance combined to create a track that's both musically sophisticated and emotionally raw.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they were like the big outlets were all over this song.
The big boys.
Now for the bad stuff.
The idiots.
The idiots, man. Chuck Klosterman, writing for Spin magazine at the time, said, quote, Creed doesn't write songs. They write emotional postcards from a world where every feeling is turned up to 11. With Arms Wide Open is less a rock song and more like a soap opera set to power chords, end quote.
I guess that's not necessarily all bad.
I mean, he said they don't write songs.
Yeah, they write something more powerful than songs. Soap operas are way more powerful than a song.
Oh, yeah.
But still, go fuck yourself, Klosterman.
I mean, now that I'm reading that again, maybe that is a good review.
It's a little ambiguous.
Yeah. Okay. Jim Sullivan, Big Jim Sullivan from the Boston Globe wrote, quote, It's as if Scott Stapp discovered emotions for the first time and decided to broadcast them with the subtlety of a foghorn. The song doesn't just wear its heart on its sleeve, it tattoos its entire emotional biography onto its forehead.
Hey, Sullivan, I didn't realize having emotions was a bad thing.
Yeah,
you
Jim.
fuck.
Why don't you suck my butt?
Sorry, he's a man, can't feel things.
Yeah, Jim.
Piece of shit.
I hope you figure out how to love someday.
Yeah, why don't you open up your own heart? Go back to Boston.
We hope you're doing well, Jim.
Yeah, but
learn
to get in touch with your emotions.
Yeah. Moving on to Greg Kot from the Chicago Tribune. Quote,
Tribune.
Yeah. What did I say?
Tribune.
Isn't that how you pronounce it?
That sounded weird.
It's Tribune.
Tribune.
It is definitely.
Email us.
Dude, it is Tribune.
My own podcast @gmail.com. Is it Tribune or Tribune?
That's my own podcast @gmail.com.
Yeah, there's two podcasts.
Also, how do you want people to specify how it's pronounced? You want them to just write the word Tribune?
Spell it like you'd say it.
What?
Or just just email us the word Tribune.
Just email us
and
the word.
we'll interpret it ourselves.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It'll be a scientific poll. So Greg Kot from the Chicago Tribune, or Tribune, wrote, quote, The song tries so hard to be meaningful that it collapses under its own weight of manufactured sincerity. It's emotional manipulation dressed up as rock music, where every note seems engineered for maximum tearjerker potential rather than genuine expression. Hey, Greg, get bent, you motherfucker.
Who is he? Seriously, who is he to say that the sincerity is manufactured? Like, how do you supposed to discern that?
Well, you know what? Greg probably went through some shit in his life and decided to take it out on Creed.
That just sounds like
jealous.
Someone who's angry because there's like a certain emotion expressed in a song. But like to say that the emotion isn't genuine in some way is like, seems disingenuous yourself.
Yeah, you know what I don't think is genuine?
Your review.
Greg Kot's entire existence as a human being.
Yeah, go back to Chicago.
Eat a
Salisbury
Chicago-style
steak.
hot dog or a Salisbury steak. Both things
Deep
that
dish
Chicago
pizza.
is known for.
Yeah.
Is Chicago known for Salisbury steak?
No.
Okay, didn't think so. I know these are tough to read, but we've got a couple more.
No. Okay, get through them
ones.
quick.
However, these are just, I decided, there's a lot of people that have talked about this song on Reddit. I just picked a couple that I thought were notable.
Mm-hmm.
Reddit user Blue Iguana 1976 says, quote, "This song is hilarious, and that's not a good thing. The way the Creed guy, in parentheses, I will not learn his name, says open like open is just too much. I can't even get through it without laughing. No amount of nostalgia can bring this one back. The world in which this song was ever taken seriously feels so foreign to me, even though I was alive for it. America pre-9/11 was still down to feel through their bullshit with awful, super faux earnest, vaguely Christian post-grunge music, and this song was its king."
I have 2 words to reply to that with.
Give it to Blue Iguana 1976.
Okay, boomer.
Hey, Blue Iguana 1976.
Go fuck
Just
yourself.
shove it up your ass, dude.
The most boomer thing is like, I don't even want to learn his name. It's like, you don't want to learn any information that might correct your opinion.
He says he can't listen to the song without laughing.
You're fucking psychotic.
But I chose this comment because he does fold in 9/11 talk, which is always welcome on this podcast.
I didn't agree to that.
And he does pronounce open as open.
That's how you sing open.
But it's not. But like
It should be.
he did on this song. Yeah, that was a pretty scathing comment from Blue Iguana in 1976.
Yeah.
So maybe like rethink your life, Blue Iguana.
Yeah.
Like, that's not nice. No amount of nostalgia can bring this one back. Yeah, well, the resurgence of Creed and them being certified double platinum says otherwise. You motherfucker.
It doesn't have to come back. It's never left.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
It was always back,
Yeah.
and now it's backer than it was backed before.
Exactly.
So back up, Blue Iguana 1976. Reddit user
Oh, God.
Reddit user Zex Marquise,
I'm trying to have some Zex tonight.
and it's with a Z.
Yeah, I know.
Zekzechs.
Oh, I know this opinion is going to be good.
Reddit user Zex Marquise writes, quote, I remember downloading this song on Kazaa, and I've regretted it ever since.
Oh.
End quote.
No, you haven't.
It's a big regret, man.
You just can delete it if you don't want it
Yeah,
anymore.
Zex, if that's your biggest regret in life, I guess he
you're-
didn't say biggest regret, but he said he's regretted it ever since. If you're still holding on to that,
Let it go.
yeah, let it go, you idiot. You don't have real problems if that's one of your regrets.
Yeah. Must be nice.
Like, you know
Got
what?
99 problems, and one of them is downloading Creeds
Yeah.
with arms wide open.
You know what
The
I
others are
regret?
not women, though. What?
I regret turning down the Powerball when it had reached 284 million, and I won it, and I said no thanks. And
That never
I
happened.
regret it. Well, if it did, I would regret it.
Yeah. Okay,
I
I'm going to
regret
reset.
doing this podcast with you.
Oh, I regret that too. Come back next week for part 2 when we finish our discussion of With Arms Wide Open.